Man, all right. Sister Priscilla, y'all, she gave the prayer. Amen, 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 amen. Uh, and that's our first reward. So we got a little bit of more money we're gonna give away along the show. But tonight, question we're asking and we're looking for the input on we want to know something that needs to be asked. I'm not sure because we're so late. I know we're gonna intervene with some commercials. Correct, New Creature. Do you want to do something now or okay, okay? Okay, but bottom line is, we got some great people on tonight. As always, George is in the house. We thank God for them. We got Trina, Tennessee. What Trina? What Trina? Connecticut, Carolina. I'm sorry, cousin. My mind is all over the place. We got Carolina in the house on tonight. We thank God for them. Tallahassee in the house tonight. So we thank God for y'all. We got Tampa in the house tonight. Big sis and them. So we cooking with grease, y'all. We cooking with grease. Everything good. So listen, we want to talk. The prayer done went for. We want to talk. We inquire minds would like to know. And it's this gonna be probably hard for some, easy for others, but nonetheless, we're gonna make it happen. Minister Garrett, I see you. God bless you. We want to talk about to share or not to share. That's the topic for tonight. And what we're asking, is it okay, uh, or should um, espoused couples, significant others on their way to the altar, talking about marriage, been dating somebody, you feeling good about them. I love the hearts and the thumbs up. God bless you. It's making us feel real good in that home tonight. Victoria, I see you. Um, should the spouse, uh, potential spouse, soon to be spouse, um, who were molested, sexually assaulted prior to the relationship, should they disclose that information to the other partner at all? And then if they should they have that discussion before the marriage or after they get married? And why? I want to know when you answer it why. You don't have to answer now because I want to share something with you first because we do understand that sexual assault it has an immediate and a long term physical effect, mentally, economically, socially. It has a great impact on the survivors. We understand and we know this, but it's not quite understood as to how sexual assault impact the survivors' dating behaviors and romantic relationships. Um, because a lot of times when someone has been sexually assaulted via molestation, rape, whatever the case, it has a tendency to create a behavior during their dating processes and their romantic relationships that come out and sometimes unbeknownst to them, sometimes they understand, but it creates a area of timidity, if you will. It creates an area of timidity because sometimes it will cause the victim to be, overly promiscuous. Sometimes it can cause the victim to shell up and real bad, to go into closure real bad, and then sometimes the person is not very promiscuous, nor are they shelling up, but during their romantic experiences, they find a hard time to be normal, or what is deemed as normal, because they can't get that particular situation out of their head. And so it creates a problem and friction, even when they try to have a normal romantic relationship. And so we know that these type of things have a great impact on the survivors. But now that the person has survived, they trying to move on, they dating somebody, they feeling great about the person feeling great about them, um, have not discussed it, just trying to feel their way, trying to, see if they can really get on to a normal relationship after suffering the traumatic assault that they went through. And now the other person, they're designed to marry now, and so, but the person knows, the survivor or the victim, they know that this is been an ongoing problem for them, and the one, the person that they in love with now and trying to make it work, if they touch them a certain way, it's offensive. If they request certain things, it triggers something in them because it reminds them of the violation and the assault. So uh, let's talk about it tonight. And we can come from different angles, because truly I want to be a help to somebody that may be going through this, maybe and have not, and don't feel like, because again, there's some people, and during counseling I found this out. There are some people who have tried to disclose this information to the significant other that were potentially going to be the spouse, but when they did, they got a negative response. And so that within itself can make some people don't even want to talk about it, because they don't even know how they're going to be perceived once they share the information. You loving me now, but then when I tell you I was raped, is that going to make you look at me funny? You know what I'm saying? You loving me now, but when I tell you, oh, baby, don't grab me like that because I was molested and the molester used to grab me like that, but that's the grab, or that's the way, that's a love, behavior of your significant other. How, how do you disclose this when all these negative continuities can come forward and create a situation? So let's talk about it. I got comments already, so I'm going to pause for a minute and back up on my thing and read some of the things. But let's have a clear discussion tonight. All right. Taylor says, yes, you do tell them, and you tell them before you get married. I think it helps and build trust and allows the other partner to recognize possible triggers. Okay, that's good. Pastor Phillips, God bless you, man. Pastor Phillips say, I have to do it before you get married for just the reasons that you just mentioned. Relationship can be affected because of the simple facts that you would never be able to receive all the people. Great, great, great. Um, let's see. Okay, maybe a certain tell again says maybe a certain touch causes PTSD. Break that down for everybody, but okay, that should definitely be handled before marriage. Okay, don't assume we all know what that means. Clarify that so those of us that don't can get clarity on it. PTSD, and I know you're saying post trauma, but I get it. I'm saying you just tell me what you put it on the screen for the people that's reading. I know what you're saying, but put it on the screen. Yeah, yes, before getting married. Okay, she's just agreeing. Carolyn says, yes, I do agree. It helped the person to know how to handle you when certain things happen. Okay, Mr. Garrett says, I believe that at some point in your relationship with the significant other, that it should be discussed with the hopes that the spouse would be supportive and understanding. But I believe it depends on where you are in the healing process and where you are in your relationship with the significant other. Great, great, great response. Minister Garrett Taylor says, yes, some people start accusing your trauma as lies. See, who knew? Who knew? Post-trauma, post-traumatic stress disorder. All right, we're there. Okay, so and it could this be the reason why some people don't? Could it actually be the reason why? Because of the negative response, you're being accused. Some people gonna think it's your fault. And look, let's just be clear tonight. This ain't one-sided. Because it ain't just women that got molested and raped. Let's be clear on that. So, do a man who went through these traumatic experiences, should he tell his wife about it, or should he keep that, locked in and silent going forward? Because technically, for men, that's not something we want to share with nobody. That's not something we ever want to experience. But for those that have experienced it through childhood or imprisonment or whatever, should they tell now they got a, woman and they thinking about marriage, should they let the woman know that they've been through it? Women, let me ask it this way. Women, would you want to know if your husband-to-be has been violated sexually, raped, molested by a male or female? Would you wanna know that information before you marry him, or as long as he tell you after you marry? Let me ask it that way. Taylor again, and thank you, Taylor. You weighing in heavy tonight. We're making a record of that, just so you know. Taylor says, hopefully your partner is mature enough to not turn the situation into a joke. For example, start saying certain things or touching places they know will set you off, especially in an argument. Hey, that's good. That's good. That's good. I see you, Dr. Phillips. God bless you. Uh, and I think Dr. Phillips is saying yes. I would want to know. You know what I'm saying? So that's one qualified woman weighing in. Would there be another? Would you want your husband to tell you if that was a situation? That's a question on the table tonight. And I want a couple more women to weigh in. And then I'm going to ask the men the same thing. If your wife was raped, molested, sexually assaulted, or your wife to be, went through any of these things, would you want to know? That's the question right now. While we're gathering some answers, I see Trina on there. New creature, let me ask you, man. Would you want to know if your wife to be was molested or sexually assaulted prior to y'all relationship? Would you want her to share that information with you? Hold on, I think you and Mike. Go ahead.
Yeah, of
Okay,
course,
gotcha.
because like they saying, it could be the difference in how they receive or not receive, certain forms of expressions of love from you, and you don't want to be in the moment, feeling like they feeling the way about you, and really, like Taylor said, some form of PTSD or post traumatic stress, that's taking place because of what was happening. So I think it's best to discuss that at the onset, and that way each person could be mutually understood. You know.
I think I agree. I
Yeah.
think I agree because, in the dating process, at a young age, prior to even meeting your mom, you know what I'm saying? I dealt with people that, went through certain things, and just a simple hug would trigger them and they tense and get scared. And, unbeknownst that's what it was, but it was never disclosed, till later, oh, because in my mindset of men, let's just be honest, in my mindset, I'm thinking you tripping, what's wrong with you? What you got going on? A brother came and, you know, grab your hand to walk up the stairs or walk somewhere. And don't grab me. You don't grab me like that. Wait a minute, I want to grab. What you mean? Grab you how? But that was result of what they experienced and had been grabbed before like that. And so it's like, you know, it's real crazy, man. So yeah, I agree with you. But let's see. Let's see what I want to read. I want to read this. Give me a little time. Taylor said, hopefully, well, we read that. We read Minister. I read Minister Aaron. I think there's something new from Minister Gary. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is new. I hope it would be discussed before marriage, but if you got married before you were ready, then I believe as the trust in the relationship grows, that you would be able to share those tough conversations. Very good, Minister Garrett. Katrina said, let's see what Trina say. Yes, for the same reasons that were brought out before. There may be some things intimately that you need to know beforehand that may be triggers. Yes, that's what she was saying. Taylor said you got in the choke. Well, you're doing good, so we're gonna choke you a little more. Pastor Phillips say if you don't, you put your relationship at in pure jeopardy. Minister Garrett say if it was his woman to be, wife to be, whatever, and we know he's married, but he's answering the question. He's saying, yes, I would want to know. Doctor saying, why is it harder for men to disclose such information? Speaking from my experiences. That's a good question, Dr. Phillips, but for me to answer it would be because you don't know, you wouldn't know, for a man, you wouldn't know how your wife would receive that information. I would think because men to build on egos while women, evolve around emotions, we don't want to say something that's going to be detrimental to our manhood because you're trusting us to be your man. And so now when I gotta say, by the way, baby, when I was 6, XYZ, when I went to, something or Rayford and, XYZ, that's hard. And to go in deeper to your question, I think with men, because we are givers and not receivers, to have to share information on the flip side, we don't really know how to do that. Pastor Philip just said, you feel like it takes away your masculinity. And I see Trina saying pride, but is it really pride or pressure? Because pride would be kind of like, I kind of, sort of, but I think more so it's the pressure of it. It's not, I don't know. That's a good response to Trina, but I don't know if I would say it's so much as pride, because you ain't nothing to be proud about with that type of situation. I do get what you're saying with the explanation that you gave. It's considered unmanly, and it was if it was with another man, absolutely. However, you know what I'm saying? Let's say this, to tell your wife that you was molested by a woman could result to the things that Taylor was saying. That can become a joking thing, and whereas it was traumatic, but because it was a woman, would you believe your husband if he tell you that, at a younger age, an older woman, molested him, tried him, whatever? Would you be like, whatever? I bet you liked it that. Why? Let me ask that another way. Why would women think that it's a macho thing for a man to be molested by a woman, and not a traumatic situation as is a girl by a man? Why would it be perceived by women as a boy thinking that that's macho? All right. Taylor says, Yes, it's definitely some sugar mamas that are really pedophiles. Wait a minute. You better believe it. And I ain't talking about in the 80s. I'm talking about in the 2022s. It's some of y'all, not y'all per se, unless it is y'all, but some of y'all, woo, boy, y'all riding through Dilla. Y'all trying to buy shoes for these young cats and doing a whole lot of stuff. It ain't all men, trust me. It's women with younger guys. And why do women think that it's okay? But for a man, it's so hideous, it's so crazy. And I don't think none of it, to assault anybody sexually, is bad all the way around the board. But why do we think that it ain't so bad when women do it to boys, but it's terrible when men do it to girls? Let's talk about that. Yeah, there is still trauma. When actor Terry Crews disclosed that he was sexually harassed by a woman, he was ridiculed, saying what was the problem because it was by a woman. See, I know we in the vein. I know we talking about, and women, I want y'all to weigh in on that now. Cause we got some stuff here, about the trauma of the men, situations and whatnot. And you can call in too. Okay? You can call in tonight. Call in and let's get you on the air. Let's talk live. All right? Taylor, you'll be a good candidate to call because you done answered like 5 or 6 times. And trust me, I'm loving your answers. So you earned your way on a phone call tonight. 954-791-2580. All right, call in. Okay, so he was ridiculed. Here's the actor trying to tell us that he was raped by a woman. And people asked him, what's the problem? It was a woman. So is it only trauma for a man if the rape takes place by another man? It's not traumatic to be innocently growing, and have a woman take your virginity? Okay, man, let me ask you this. You think that's macho? Or you think that's molestation? Let's be honest now. You 10. You 12. I ain't even gonna take you 5 or 6. You 10, you 12. And here's a woman 20-something. And she decides to violate your innocence. Would you think that that's macho or molestation? I won't even ask you yourself, but your son. Okay, let's put it on your son, because at this age, it's probably hard for us to compute whether that's molestation or macho at this age. But your son, you got a 10-year-old son, 28, 30-something-year-old woman violate your son 10 years old. Would you press charges? Or would you be like, boy, hey, man, you entered into a man's world. Listen, listen, don't sweat that. Talk to me, new creature.
My 10-year-old, if Bentley was 10 and that happened, yeah, I'd probably press charges. I ain't gonna lie. 'Cause that's his innocence. He can't never get that back, man. Like, it's all cool growing up as a teenager and you feeling yourself. It ain't even cool then, but at least it's like,
Come on. You know what I'm saying?
But
True
with
story.
a 10-year-old who just, ain't out here even considering or mind his own Nickelodeon and stuff, man, and you just introduce them to that. It's like that's traumatizing.
Right.
Man. Yeah.
You don't know nothing about that.
Should be behind that. Yeah.
And you done open up spirits galore. You done put them in a whole different arena where childhood now is obsolete. Because that young and your mind is absorbing and working like it is, and you put
that
sex in it.
And you got a whole life to live after that. He has a whole life to live after that.
You done created a monster. Don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? I want to read some of this, but no. Overseer and your mom and I was watching a show on Lifetime or whatever it was the other day, and it was the young guy. He was in the lady was buying alcohol for her daughter friends, to come over and drink and hang out. And the guy that her daughter had a crush on, the mom was sleeping with him. So when they came there looking about something else, she in bed with a young dude. And so they telling her that's towards rape. And but when they pulled him in for questioning, he was like, man, I asked for that. No, she ain't raped me. So he's 16, he thinking it's macho, but you actually done been violated. This lady 30-something years old, man. I know it seemed cool, but young men, if you're listening, if you're y'all, that ain't, you violated, man. Cause you can catch somebody on your wave and y'all can grow and experience together. That 32, 38-year-old pedophile molester, and it ain't Chester, it's Charlotte, I guess. Celesta the molester. Celesta the molester. If Celesta the molester get you, that ain't cool. She's showing you stuff you ain't even. I'll leave that alone. Let me read some more comments. Okay, but my son said he gonna lock you up just to show you going straight to jail. All right, so just so you know that. All right, Lady Garrett. Let's see what Lady Garrett says here. That person may not still be alive long enough to press charges again. See, they gonna kill you in Georgia. They gonna straight kill you. You out of there. You know what I'm saying? All right, Minister Garrett. All right, got a kill on your hand. I see, but I totally agree. Kaylee, what you saying? I'm pressing charges and I might be hurting someone. Sasha say, yep, she's in agreement with you. She said they going to jail, twin.
Yeah.
Okay. Ava say, if a cougar put all her private parts on my minor, I would prosecute to the fullest extent of the law. Minister Legend. Exactly. Listen. It's a hideous act. And first of all, what are you even thinking to be full grown? Let me see. TV glamorizes women assaulting men, but flips the script when it comes to men assaulting women. I totally agree with that. And that's so true. And that's why I'm asking tonight. Why? Why do women say, it ain't no big deal when it's but these on here, as far as Lady Garrett and Sasha and Minister Ledger, they in total in the Kaylee, they saying, no, we gonna hurt you. You mess with our boy, we gonna hurt you. But I'm saying overall, outside women, they don't. Well, that ain't really bad. It is bad. It is. He should be able to grow up and experience on his level just like any young girl. Am I right about it?
Yeah.
So it is equally bad. And we got to teach our young men that ain't nothing macho about you being 16 rolling with a 32-year-old. There is nothing macho about you being a teenager and a grown lady. It's not cool. And then you acting out. Here's the damage. Herein lies some of the damage. And again, the phone lines are open. All right? The phone lines are open so you can call in. But herein lies the damage. For the young man who's violated at an early age, since we're not even dealing with the man on man, but that's very much a situation that's very much realistic. But since we lending our attention to a woman violating a boy, and he's growing up with that's traumatic, whether you think so or not. Whether he even think it's cool or not, it's traumatic. You know why? Because when he gets into his older age relationships and he's dating at his age, peradventure the young lady that he's dating looking to marry, she ain't even on that level. She don't even have that level of experience. Now, the trauma is the molestation has created a maturity in this young man that this young lady is not privy to. So while there's nothing at all wrong with this young lady, he's going to think that she's slack because she is not capable of producing as this molester was able to produce. So you provoking them into an area that somebody on their level can't even respond to. And y'all grown, y'all, so we ain't got to get, you know what I'm talking about. So you done push them beyond the brinks. And so now the trauma is this guy can't find satisfaction in a relationship because, and this is the trauma, this is some of the stuff that happened with this type of stuff. Cause can't nobody satisfy him on his level. If he already ain't dating way outside of the box. But if he trying to date within his ranks, he going through women like 90 going north, trying to find somebody that can produce like Miss Parker. Miss Parker's out there, can't say amen, I see. Somebody can't produce like Miss Parker, so, you know, the little wholesome little high schooler that's going to school with him, she don't know all that. Parker done some stuff. Come on, man. So you got them messed up, and vice versa. When young ladies are violated by older men, that can go two ways. Sometimes, y'all, they clam up. Sometimes they're very promiscuous. And maybe y'all can explain that. How does a traumatic experience like rape and molestation, women, lead them, not per se you, nobody takes this personal. Again, if it's helping you, it helps you. If it's you, you know, we trying to do. But how does that make lead a woman into an area of promiscuity? I mean, you just off the chain. And surveys have suggested that it's a result of the molestation, more so than the rape, which for me, rape and molestation, it's a thin line. But why if that was a traumatic experience, why do that lead some women into an area of total promiscuity? Partners after partners after partners. Want to know. Listen, hold your thoughts. I want to go to a commercial and come back. Hold your thoughts. Tonight's bonus giveaway is going to be given away by Open Look. I'll let somebody else tell you about this. Take it away, new creature.
So our giveaway tonight is gonna be sponsored by the Authentically You Women's Conference with our very own Dr. Phillips, Overseer Lloyd, as well as Prophetess LaShonda Brown. But we actually have a commercial to show you guys that will give you a better feel. So
Women Who Worship First Annual Authentically You Women's Conference Weekend. We have some exciting dates. As a matter of fact, sit back and listen. Oh yeah. June 10th is Couples Night. This is a night where we need you to dress to impress and come prepared to dance in the arms of your honey while GQ the DJ sets the mood of romance. This will be a night to remember with no kids. See Minister Crystal. We only have room for 25 couples, so first come, first serve. June 11th is the roundtable discussion from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Sorry, fellas, but we're not allowed at this roundtable.
No, for real, don't play like that.
I promise you, bro, they're not playing.
Are you serious?
Yes, boy, just listen. but don't feel bad. Kids aren't either. Wondering who's on the panel? Overseer Lloyd, Prophetess Brown, and our very own Pastor MVP. Then there's a breakout for lunch from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Following lunch, they will have 3 dynamic breakout sessions for deeper discussions from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. That evening, the men and children can come join in Family Fun Night. Details will be announced soon. And on Sunday, we will have service at our usual time to close out our fantastic weekend with some very special musical guests. That's right. The Kingdom Crew Dance Troupe will be ministering also, and Overseer Lloyd will bring the message to wrap up the phenomenal first annual Women's Conference. Once again, the dates are June 10th to the 12th. It's time.
Hey, listen, man, if you don't know, now you know. June, it's going down in June. It's going up in June because we're going to be up in Georgia. And this thing is, boy, it's pure pandemonium. This women's conference going to be off the chain. And anybody that can be there, you should be there. I mean, look here, man. This is a wonderful, wonderful event. We thank God for allowing it to come to fruition. And, oh, man, you don't want to make that couple's night. OMG, man. Hey, that dude is, that's all right there.
Shout out to brother Mike Perry.
Shout out to Mike Perry. Because you have me feeling couples night already right here. Yeah, I'm ready to do that tonight.
Yes,
But no, so y'all make sure you make it your must, log in and tune in. This is gonna happen. This is happening. This ain't might be, probably. This is what it is, y'all. So, and that's coming to you. Closer look, open door, 365, all that. Guess what I just peeped? Because you gotta listen to, I just peeped the play. God is so unique. Dr. Phillips' acronym thing is MVP.
I heard that.
You see that? Isn't that? Come on, man. You can't make this stuff up. God laced that just like that. MVP. Wow. I never saw that till listen to the commercial tonight. Dr. MVP, shout out to you. This gonna be a bam through, y'all. This gonna be a doozy for you. You gotta make sure you can be in on this. I'm excited already, and I ain't even no woman. It's a woman's conference, but hey, they invited the men for a couple nights, so I'm gonna do my spin on that end, and we all gonna still be friends, I guess. That's what it is. That's what it is. All right, so look forward to that. The dates are there. We're going to do that one more time for you. You can write it down. You can catch it. But, yeah, that's happening, all right? So let's deal with these questions. I asked you prior to the commercial, why the women who went through these traumatic situations turn out to be very promiscuous and open and just, living wild and foul. And the responses were Taylor say the women feel worthless. They looking for love and acceptance in the wrong places. Trina say you lose your self-worth and you think that it's all you're good for. That sound that I feel this. So you eventually use it as a weapon to your advantage. Woo. See? Man, it's good for you to be here tonight. That's good. Thank you for sharing, Katrina. Minister Legend say not only do they crave the sex act, but also the pull of an abnormal soul tie. Woo. See? They educating us. Taylor says it causes them to act out. Carolyn says they don't love themselves and they are numb to what they're doing. I can relate. I can relate. Crystal, children are exposed to things so early and so much so it normalizes sexual acts with all ages at an early age. It makes it to them think it's okay with older people. They may even initiate the first move, but then they get into a situation that they can't handle, then adult continues. Trauma is not only that they were assaulted, but they started the situation, imitating that which they see in videos from older siblings, movies, and etc. I like that, Crystal. I like that. Mr. Garrett said, I think that whether you're a man or woman, that it devalues you in the way that you see yourself. That's what Trina was saying. Your self-worth plummets. Your self-worth plummets, and you feel that you deserve that type of treatment. That's a great explanation. Dr. MVP said people of trauma do love themselves, but they are seeking to be loved in a way that only healing Christ and the right man or woman of God in their life can usher in. Which goes back to Taylor saying looking for love in all the wrong places. And because they're the wrong places, they find themselves repeating partners, changing partners, I should say, partner after partner after partner after partner, because they're trying to find what Dr. Phillips is saying. They trying to heal, but guess what? Spoiler alert. Gonna need God to help you with this one. Gonna need Christ to intervene on this one, because that's a trauma that the enemy has brought forth through allowance. Nonetheless, your Creator has the remedy and the healing method for it. Because if you couldn't handle it, you wouldn't have went through it. So the evidence is right there that I'm gonna need Christ to help me in this situation. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not a mistake. I know, you know what I'm saying, that I believe that he's been watching over me all of my life. So every traumatic situation, I have to turn to him for the remedy. I can't turn to man, because man gonna manipulate the situation. That's what we saying. That's what we saying. Lady Garrett says, for all the spirits that have entered you through these situations, and I'm telling you, she owned to something. I preached a message a couple of years ago. Do you have an STD? The whole church stretched their eyes and went to looking crazy, and he done flipped this cool. No, I wasn't talking about sexually transmitted, but I kind of was. But do you have a spiritually transmitted disease? Because guess what? When people are plugging into you and you into people, spirits are being transferred, whether you like it or not. Hello? Oh, that's bad news for some of y'all. Wow. Wait a minute, you thought that you were just, hold on. You thought, wait a minute. So you saying when the Bible clearly, spoiler alert, there's more being transferred than sweat and fluids. You picking up the people. I told you a little while ago, you be acting crazy and don't know why you acting crazy, because you done slept with a crazy person.
I'm just being frank.
You start saying stuff that you normally wouldn't say because you done slept with somebody that talk like that.
I'm just being frank.
You tripping and don't know why you tripping? You mess with somebody that be straight tripping. Spirits are transferable. And what better way if you was a spirit? Hello? Anybody other than me, you done something and say, I don't know why I did that. Hello? That ain't even me. I don't even act like. You done picked up somebody's spirit. They done gave it to you, or you done gave it to them, I don't know. We better stop. You better stop. Now, it ain't just sweat in your eye. You got some attitude done got in your spirit. You got some act foolish done transferred to your heart. I'm a firm believer that some of these pains you got, them ain't real pains. You just done slept with somebody who elbow be hurting all the time. You're kissing people who got backaches.
I'm just being frank.
Now your back hurting. You ain't never had no back. Now your spirits. Do you have an STD? Spiritual transmitted disease. Ain't no sense in you mad at me. I think Crystal, whoever opened that up, that was true. I was reading it. No, Lady Garrett opened it up. And let me finish reading it because I went, you took me right there. Because I'm telling you, man, I can't find it. They done put the question. She was, yeah. Let's go back to this. First of all, the spirits that have entered you through these situations mess you up. Hello, you begin a cycle of being in a relationship with the same type person, thinking it's love. They know no different, so they do no different. They think that's all that is for them. And she done tapped into a whole nother thing. This is why you got this repetitive cycle of dating psychos. I'll read on. They feel that is the extent of love. They blacken your eye, and you feel like if they don't black your eye, because the last 4 people blacked your eye, so if this one don't black your eye, he can't possibly love you. You equating love with a beating. Because everybody that done said that they love you done beat you. That's a problem. We got to fix that tonight. This is why we ought to love others despite what they're going through. Keep loving with the love of Christ. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Encourage them and build them up. Show them there is a true lover and a healer. Can we clap it up for Lady Garrett? It's great stuff right there. Evangelist Lee, if you're in the building, I can take something else to drink. I'm all out here. Gotta recognize game. Game, okay. Let's back up a little bit here. Let me see what I missed. I think that whether you are a man or woman, we read that. Okay. First of all, we read that. That's good. As you say, you're not only taught sex acts, but also taught to lie, sneak, and cheat in relationships. Ooh, wait a minute. I don't even think I got a button to handle that. Well,
I'm just being frank.
Ooh. Mr. Ledger says you're not only taught sex acts. Can we just be real tonight? But you're also taught to lie, sneak, and cheat in relationships. That's good. Because when you got this type of thing going on, especially when you're younger, violated by an older person, and you're tricked to believe that ain't nothing wrong with it, it's all good, most of the time they is telling you to be quiet. They is telling you to hush. They is telling you that's between you and them. You see what I'm saying? And my mama listening tonight, but she got at me because there was a lady, and I was in high school, and there was a lady that was a manager of a Burger King, and my wife gonna trip on this because she remembered it. But and I whatever, called myself. I thought it was so good that this lady liked me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in school. Now, it was macho to me. I'll just be honest with you. It was macho to me. But then when I said I mentioned her name, this was somebody that had tried to date my daddy. My daddy. And so I didn't know I was being set up. So when I come through the drive-through, I remind you of the old boy. And because the old boy didn't let you get on, you finna get on with the son. So I'm gonna come in my mama's house singing age ain't nothing but a number. Miss Eloise is on the phone, y'all. They said she fell tonight, but she's standing up. She live in the stereo. I'm coming in the house talking about age ain't nothing but a number. And all that mama said, boy, if you don't sit down somewhere, you done fooled your own self. You ain't got nothing going on. You still got milk around your mouth. They don't run a circle around you if you don't get somewhere and sit down. But to me, I thought, hey, you know what I'm saying? Mama liking me. I'm finna see what mama talking about. Y'all don't want to have that conversation tonight. But I didn't realize I was being set up. See? So we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? You think you got it going on and don't even know somebody is messing you up for the later years of your life. Hello. Let me read on. And the phone lines are open. Y'all are saying some good stuff on the screen, but my radio orders they don't see this. Okay? So if you really feel like you're saying something that need to be heard, you need to call in because we do have a listening radio audience. HOLC Radio is a FM satellite radio station. Facebook is a byproduct. Thank God for y'all. God bless all of y'all that are here. But we do have a listening audience by radio who can't see the screen and would love to. If I ain't reading it, they ain't getting it. So you can come in. Bishop, you almost fell victim. Stay woke, brother. You see, who you think said that? Taylor. He ain't even looking at that thing. We just know you now. You know what I'm saying? No, we ain't gonna fall no victim. No, mama was finna be victimized, but we ain't gonna.
I'm just being frank.
No, we got spared. We thank God for that. We got spared. I think Evangelina left the building. We got spared. So if you're going back there, a water be good. Yeah, I think. No, you know, so we gotta be careful in that area. Rose say, let's hear about it. Who's she talking to? You just don't enjoy how to be a pervert. I know that's right. What Pastor now just trying to chat into a picture. I missed something, but I know y'all we on to something. I was trying to chat into a picture. You just taught a child how to be a pervert. Tickle. Ain't nothing funny, Taylor. It's not a laughing matter. As a matter of fact, you know, this is why men clam up right here, right now. This is why, because you're laughing. I just shared a situation that could have ended up very traumatic for me, and you're laughing. You got laughing emojis. That's a sick mind. I don't know you. You know, and let me be clear. This is my daughter, so we can play like this. So don't nobody take me serious. Don't nobody inbox me talking about he shouldn't have said that to her. We're clowning right now. All right, man. Maybe I shouldn't clown on the radio. That's why she sent 6 more laughing faces. So that's how she taking it. So don't you take it to heart. I'm just playing. I'm not rebuking her in this situation. But seriously, men do clam up because this is the perception. When you say that a woman, y'all see it on, look, my wife got laughing faces on the screen. You know what I'm saying? So you can't, boy, y'all something else. When a man say something like this happen, women, you can't think it's a joke. You can't think it's a joke. These type of things happen for real. You cannot think it's a joke. Engineer, I need you. The computer tripping. I think we're still on, but it's freezing up. It came back. It came back. Oh, it's freezing again. Hey, y'all send me some thumbs up if I'm still good on y'all screen, because on our screen it's freezing up. It's back? Okay, y'all send me some thumbs up Let me know we still good. And keep doing it on this end. Okay, it's moving, it's freezing. Something going on. I hope it ain't the internet. It's going in and out, freezing and stopping, freezing and stopping.
I don't know. I see you moving on my end. I see our numbers going down.
Right. It's good done clip.
What?
So, I mean, it's just spinning, but the blue thing, like it's buffering, but ain't no,
Even on my phone, and this is internet only, but so it's probably internet just going out.
wow.
It
Okay.
should come back up though.
Pastor Phillips said, Bishop, what I was saying, when a woman so that she just turned this child, when a woman know that, and this is a picture that we painted for this child.
What's your number say?
My number's 6.
Yeah, I don't know. But see, it's back up. What did it say now? 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something with the connection.
So we got something going on with the connection. Preferably y'all was still hearing us, but I want to read with Pastor Phillips. He gave me clarity on what he said. Something's going in and out. We were at 20-something, then we dropped all the way to 6. Now we back up to 15. So if you got cut off, come back in. All right, but that was something we could, beyond our control. I guess it was with the internet or something of that facet. But Pastor Phillips said, Bishop, what I was saying was that when a woman say that she just turned the child into something that it wasn't supposed to be. Sometimes we look at things and we don't realize the effect of it until it's done. But men can be victims of this just as well. Okay, and I gotta find this on my screen because I gotta find it on my because it's see more, and on the big screen I can't see more. That's Pastor Phillips' comment. But on my screen, I don't. On my screen here, I don't have it.
What you trying to find? I was trying to make sure the sound was good.
He gave a comment, and it's a see more, so it would have to be opened up to see more.
Bishop, what I was saying, when a woman, so that she just turned this child into something that it wasn't supposed to be.
What's that feedback?
Oh, this phone right here. When a woman, so that she just turned this child into something that it wasn't supposed to be. Sometimes we look at things and we don't realize the effect of it until it's done. But men can be victims of this just as well. Some of these people out here that are living these dark lives have been abused by their own family.
That's a true statement right there. That's a true statement. Then he said, and this is the picture that we paint for this child. That's a true statement, Pastor Phillips. A lot of this is not by no stranger. A lot of this is not by somebody that they didn't know. A lot of this is at the hand of family members. And it's sad that in our community, God, I don't want to get in trouble. But it's sad that in our community, sometimes we're taught to sweep it under the rug. I mean, you taught that. You know, you know that we ain't dealing with that. And we call these family secrets. But the family secret is creating this traumatic stress that we talking about. And people trying to hold that in, it's coming out in their behavior in their romantic relationships. They can't even be intimate without feeling violated. And here's somebody, trying to, be good with them and move forward. And I don't know. It's not good. But we, in our community, we teach you sleep under, and we probably not the only one, but But I could just speak about ours. But we sweep this stuff on the rug, quiet as kept, ain't no saying nothing, ain't no talking about it. You get over it. But how can I get over it when I'm now, that's cool while I'm in the house. That's cool while, but what happens when they try to start their own family? Then what? It's a problem. It's a major problem, and we can talk about that. Why do we feel in our community that it's okay to sweep things as such under the rug? Why do we think it's okay when the daughter come to the mama and tell the mama, hey, Uncle Charlie, XYZ, and mama say, don't you repeat that. You're gonna tear this house up. You'll tear this family. Don't you, I don't wanna hear you say nothing about that no more. Or think that the daughter is lying. Or accuse the daughter, say, well, you be running around here with them little hot pants on and we're buying the house. Why do we think that that's okay? Why do we think that we ain't supposed to address Uncle Charlie and tell him, Joker, I'm gonna drive a knife through your throat if my daughter say, my son say, why in our community we think it's okay to sweep it under the rug and have these family secrets and send our kids out into society to try to date, marry, and relate to other people, and knowing that they got all these issues, knowing that they done been molested, raped, sexually assaulted all throughout the family, and we sending them out there just, with no type of counseling, with no type of resolve or anything, and we sending them out there. And then when they messing up and married, got to come back home, we don't want them back home, talking about, oh, you gone. But no, you something out there half cocked. You ought to know that I was coming back, because how I'm going to handle the situation. Am I making sense? A lot of resentment in black families. You better believe it. People rolling their eyes and looking at, people, and you wondering why, I can't stand him. You wondering why they can't stand Uncle Charlie. He cool. Everybody love Uncle Charlie. Everybody but Lil Annie. Because Lil Annie done experienced Uncle Charlie in a different way. So while y'all think he the star of the family, he also the monster in the family. The monster that don't nobody want to talk about. And shame on the mamas like Sasha saying that's jealous of your daughter, and your daughter telling you that your boyfriend mess with them, and you telling them about they trying to mess up your relationship, and you telling them what did they do the cause of telling them, child, please, he like women. He don't like little girl. You giving them a problem, and they telling you about the situation, and you sitting up talking about ain't nothing, on that. You don't even believe your daughter. What's that? Oh, you telling them you don't even believe your daughter and what have you. I got some water. He brought me some water. I'm good right now. So you know what I mean? How how do we do that? Why do we tell our daughters? And I don't know much of a son, because again, like I say, boys, they don't really share and tell stuff like the daughters. But why, when your daughter come to you and tell you that situation going on in the family, you tell them to keep it swept under the rug? Not you per se in the audience, but why do some mamas do that? And some of y'all mama probably did that. We're not even, we'll whatever, but help somebody. So I say, mamas, be jealous of the daughter. Thank you, Mary. That's I'm making sense. That's what I can hear spiders crawling up the wall. Mm-hmm. They say that's why it's so important to establish those relationships about trust with your kids at an early age. You better believe it. But jokers are still violated. And preferably your kid will be strong enough to let you know, hey, no, Ma, he did. But when they come and say, Ma, he did, ain't no, you got to be kidding me. Because they paying your rent. Because life is so wonderful between you and them that you dare not allow your child, them mess with your child to upset that relationship. The devil is a liar. It's a sad commentary. Sad commentary. Low self-esteem causes the jealousy against their daughter. And I can agree with that. But the mother's low self-esteem is low because perhaps she's been through this. Which for me again is why I think you gotta, like, if you that's I guess that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, if you've been through it, you should understand it better than anybody. They say most rapists done been raped. Most pedophiles, was molested. I'm trying to figure out, and maybe, maybe, I don't know, maybe we can figure it out together, but maybe it's not for us to figure out. I don't know. But why, how something so traumatic? This was the onset of the question. How do you, like, if it's that traumatic, how do you become that person? I guess is what I don't understand, and kind of sort I don't know. I mean, help me. How do you, like, how do you victimize somebody having been a victim? You should understand better than them, better than anybody, that that's a bad thing to do. You know what I'm saying? You've been molested and now you molesting. That's a bad, But I guess I guess somebody was saying something about generational curse and whatnot. It's Taylor says generational, so I should say no one in the family is trying to break the curse. It's a curse. Um, uh, Mama experienced the same thing and was never protected by anyone. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And history is just repeating itself. And a large part of this is that, there you go, Ebony. When you don't heal, you become the aggressor. I can relate because now you feeling like it was done to me. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, these are the actions. This is love as I perceive it. This is the love that I receive. So this is the love that I'm giving. I got you. Thanks for the help, Ebony. The person is crying out for help and nobody's listening. You right, Pastor Phillips? And it's not helping when you telling and people telling you, go ahead on with that. Don't share that. You gonna mess this family up. Man, I don't care nothing about no family. Told Janae and Brian and Brandon and Frank and them, listen, we ain't getting down like that. These are your uncles. These are your aunts. They supposed to love you, hug you in an appropriate way. Ain't no anything dealing with private part. Come see me. Told Janae, you're not sitting in nobody lap, just straddled right middle on they. First of all, we're not doing laps. Let's not even do laps. Let's not even do that. No, you ain't getting on nobody's neck. We ain't doing that. Yeah. And I know, I'm a family straight, but nonetheless, This happens. It happens. And you look, your daughter's maturing and whatnot, and no, it's certain comments you can't even make. I'm careful. I got grandbabies, you know what I'm saying, boys and girls. And, I'm gonna rock them on my knee or whatever, but all that sitting them straight, it's just me. And I'm not accusing you. I'm not trying to tell you, look at nobody sideways. I'm talking about me. I just ain't sitting my grandchildren right with my private areas. I'm not, I'm just being
I'm
frank.
just being frank.
I don't know no other way to say that, but I'm not bringing you all the way back here. You ain't coming back here. You know what I'm saying? This is it's certain way. I don't even, my be sitting in my granddaughter run and be coming around the treatment lady, give me a hug. I clap up on her. I shut her down knee right at the knees. She coming running. Hey, whoa. You can't run all the way up in here like that. We're not doing that.
I'm just being frank.
We're not doing that. And you call it whatever. Oh, you ain't showing love. Yes, I am. Showing the appropriate kind of love. And I'm teaching them. You don't do all that. I got my grandboys, I pick them up, they catch in my thigh, in my knee. And my grandbabies, the girl, I'm getting them right there, but they not straddled. They ain't straddled over my legs. No, you're gonna, like you sitting in a chair down knee base, right there, you ain't all up in my stomach. We ain't doing that. And I'm gonna cut you behind if I tell you to move and you keep on trying to scoot up there, scooting back, you backing it up, I'm gonna bust your little behind. You're getting a whooping over him. Because now I want to know what's going on at your parents' house that got you backing it up like that. So when they said, well, Daddy, why you whooping them? Because I told them, I sat them up here on my leg, and they went to scooting back. I told them, don't do that, baby. And they kept scooting back. Like they was looking for something, so I gave them what they were looking for, right on their behind. Get mad all you want. Shake your head all you want. I'm telling you, they getting a whooping over him. So, you know what I'm saying? Because you grandparents, you got to be careful. I thank God, Mom, but you don't want your grandkid coming to your house and they trying to put iron on stuff that's going on at their mama's house. You don't have no knowledge of, but they done seen some stuff at mama house, at dad's house. Now they come to your house and they got a hunting spirit. Tear they behind up. I'm whooping mine. I'm gonna try to get that demon out of you. So now you mad all you want. Schooling is for dogs. Say what you want. Okay. It better be and better leave it with the dogs. Cause if Pop pick you up and you go to school and back and acting crazy, you're a candidate for a whooping. I said it. All right, so I saw Brooklyn doing do tell. What do tell? The mama on here, the granddad and everybody. What you saw Brooklyn doing? I would drive over there and get with Brooklyn tonight. What did you see Brooklyn doing? Minister Legend, I don't lie on my grandbaby. We're not doing that. But what did you see Brooklyn doing? And her mama's on here. So the mama, I'm gonna deal with the mama right now. Pastor Phillips said, call the police now. Trying to tell you, we're not doing that. Mom and Daddy, y'all cut out that fooling thing and them children sleep and got all kind of old stuff going on, and now they acting it out at other people's house. They done watched it at your house and done acted all kind of way. They spend the night and they grinding on other people's children. Cause they done, man, y'all better cut that foolishness out. Cause if my grandkids have a sleepover, and that's gonna be far and few, but if we decide, me and Overseer, to let our grandkids have a few friends spend the night out a slumber party or whatever, and we don't really do them, and your child come over there and be trying to grind and hunt, they gonna get a whooping. So it's best for us not to even enter into that. I think I'd be saving people kids. They say, well, no, you can stay, but no, your friend gotta, because I'm telling you, you won't be playing house over here.
I'm just being frank.
So we good on that. Texting and the phone, looking at all the mess they can find. You better believe it. These kids are, and they are computer tech savvy now. So you thinking they ain't up on it, and your little 5 and 6 year olds creeping in the back page, and you don't even know it. There's a whole lot going on, and we thinking we still asleep. We caught up in an era where we didn't have that kind of knowledge, so we just think that they ain't got that kind of knowledge. Man, them children swipe them phone better than you. Go into stuff, and you think you got a lock on it and all, and they all, okay. Keep thinking that. I said it, yeah. We got to be careful. And it's okay for us to have a little, kids are exposed everywhere. We all have to be watchful over everything. You better believe it. Best believe it. Y'all not even conduct yourself certain ways in front of your kids. You know what I'm saying? But driving the point home, we have fun like this. But driving the point home, it's a serious situation because some people are in relationships and they've had traumatic situations and they looking to be married, you know what I'm saying, or have gotten married. And man, the behavior, um, it's highly affected by these traumatic situations. And so the romance in their relationship is thwarted. Romance is thwarted. The sexual behavior is thwarted, and this is all stemming from, something that happened prior to, So I don't want to lose sight of that. Something that happened prior to, and because we are uh, sweeping things under the rug and we're not having the hard discussions within the family, we're not believing that these things need counseling. These things need, as Dr. MVP said, appropriate healing applied to them. We move forward thinking that it's all good, but it comes out later on via promiscuity, via uh, real timidity, timid, with somebody that truly care about you, that really ain't trying to hurt you, but they don't really stand a chance because you so timid because everything that has happened to you. So man, it's crazy. And we gotta try to fix that to the best of our ability. Us that are Christians, us that are in the church, we gotta try to help. And I don't know. That's something you could pray about on your end. That's something you could pray about in your personal prayer life. Lord, help us to have the conversations that need to be had prior to locking in to somebody's life, and then not not discussing it, prior to or immediately after, because Minister Garrett say, at some point you got to have a conversation. You got to hope that the people would, who you're telling it to would accept it. You know what I'm saying? Taylor say she'll do it way before to make sure they understand so they don't trigger certain things, So, because if a person don't know, how can they, you know, be mindful of not cross that line. You know what I'm saying? Again, I told you, as much as just grabbing a hand saying come, that was a trigger thing. Don't grab my hand like that. What you mean? In all simplicity, nothing intended, but because of what they experienced. Um, so it's crazy, man. It's crazy, and we gotta try to fix it as best we can, but we gotta, with kids and grandkids, we gotta make sure that we, explain to them, because these are long-term and immediate effects. It has immediate effects and long-term effects. Immediately when these type of things happen, it's traumatic, but then way after it done happened, it's acted out, and the women weighed in. They say, I'm like, why do you act in a way that was so detrimental and so devastating? And they say, because you feel like you're not worth anything. You feel like whatever. And so sometimes you use it as a weapon within your own self. Sometimes you just don't even care. You just like, whatever. Sometimes you're trying to do some get back. And all these things are not good in the final analysis. So we asked the question, y'all gave some answers. Thank you, Pastor Phillip. Pastor Phillip say, good show. We desire, we so desire to have, shows that can help. And the responses, and again, like I say, I would to God that we would start to call in with some of these great answers, because there is a radio listening audience. I thank God for your comments on the screen, because on the screen we're helping whoever, and then when people go back, which the engineers are going to archive this stuff, and you're going to have to go to YouTube and different places. You're not going to just be able to fish it like this, you know what I'm saying? But you have to, chime in and sign in and all that to get to it. That's going forward. So you better eat it while it lasts. But I would to God that we start calling so the radio audience, because I'm telling you, we got a radio audience. We got a fan base on the radio. That's larger than Facebook. So we want them to hear all this good stuff that y'all are saying, and they hear me talking right now, and they hear me responding when I read stuff. They hear the music that we play, and they hear when you call in. But when you don't call in, they don't get to read what I'm getting to read. You know what I'm saying? So except they're watching it, they don't get to see it. So don't be afraid to call in. Priscilla got, the first bit of our giveaway Monday night, because we asked somebody to call in and pray. And after about, 5, 6, 10 minutes, nobody had called, and she finally called. So don't be scared. I mean, it is what it is. Hey, we trying to reach the nations, man. We it's satellite radio. This is the new trend of radio. This go farther than them antennas in Miami and all of this. Go all over. My son in Germany tunes in. So this what it is. This what we do, and they hear you. So make sure you try to get in. Pastor Phillips sent a shout out, say, let's give it up for New Creature. Always that. But yeah, we just that's what we doing. Talk to me. You had something? Oh, so that's what we doing, y'all. I think we got it. Pretty much. Talk to me.
What, as far as what?
How we gonna close down? I want to play the commercial again.
Right, yeah. We gotta do, because we still gotta do their sponsor giveaway. The only thing I'm thinking about is because of all of the, complications as far as how we do the first 20.
Mm-hmm.
We can't do that.
Oh.
It was down and coming up. So we may have to go a traditional way and do probably a number of letters, unless you want to ask a question.
Pastor, you were right. I went through that. I ran away at age 14. So everyone need to be careful and listen. You see what I'm saying? You see that, New Creature?
Yes, sir.
14. Got away. Couldn't tell nobody. Couldn't talk to nobody. Felt isolated, no doubt, married, and got in the wind. It's more. And listen, I thank you for your transparency. I'm gonna clap it up for you. You know what I'm saying? Cause what I'm certain of is more than you on the night have experienced this, because again, in our community, in our culture, in our race, this goes on more than not. And a lot of our black women, men, we got to be a little patient with them. We gotta help them to talk about what they find it hard to talk about, because they've been told to keep it hush hush for so long. And Mary say it was her uncle. See what I'm saying? There's growth and healing in her to be able to discuss this with y'all on the Let's Be Frank show. She don't know y'all from a can of paint. But healing is in releasing. but she shared with you that, and she's doing a lot better now. We got it, but she's letting us know. You know, I left at 14. No doubt, suffered some things as a result of that. But guess what? What if we could have helped Mary back then? Had the conversation and told, no, you ain't got to go nowhere. We finna deal with Unc. We finna serve Unc off the top. Care who brother you is, daddy brother or mama brother. And that's the thing. We don't want to hurt our siblings for the foolishness they got going on. But Negro, please. My child? My child. So, okay. Play with it if you want to. But this goes on. This goes on in our communities, in our families. And we gotta stop acting like it ain't a problem. We gotta stop acting like it ain't a sickness. We gotta stop acting like it ain't spiritual. We gotta stop acting like it's okay, or it's gonna continue to repeat itself. And we sending our daughters and sons into marital relationships with PTSD. We sending them right in there with it, and we know they got it. And when somebody telling you that, somebody telling you that, you know, something wrong with your child, and you ain't nothing wrong with my child, something wrong with you, we gotta stop that. You know you done sent your child messed up to bewed somebody, and you come on now. Somebody help the other person out. Listen, understand and that could be another show. Do you think you should tell your daughter, husband, significant other, hey, they went through some stuff? Is that your place, or should they say it? Because ironically, somebody need to know, man. You can't have everybody thinking that they dealing with a straight situation and this cricket is all outdoors. So we got to be able to, we got to be able to cut this stuff off, man. We got to be able to, bring an end to it. We got to be able to, whatever. But I do thank Mary for her transparency, because I'm telling you, she ain't the only one, been violated. But we done learn how to mask it and not talk about it so well to it just seems like it's a part of life. And it's not. That's a mess. That's messed up. And if you're asking me, not that you did, but if you ask Bishop Lloyd, I'm going to say, I think you should let them know. If you're about to get married, looking to be married, I think you should let the person know, hey, prior to now, I had a hideous childhood in some aspects. I was violated. And in certain ways that you touch me, it'll trigger it, help me to get through it, or I'm good, but I just wanted you to know this type of situation. So at any time I act away, unbeknownst to me, it's possible that is, and you can bring it to my attention. I act out sometime and don't even know it. Or I do things and don't even know it. So you can help me in that endeavor. I think that'll build some trust. I think that'll, if you got the right person, as Dr. Phillips said, the right man or woman of God that'll can help you to heal, they'll be understanding. They'll know. That's why you can't date awkwardly, and you can't date based upon your traumatic, stressful situation. You can't date according to that. Because as Taylor said, that you're looking for love in the wrong places. You find it, and I think Kaylee or somebody else say you repeating the cycle. Maybe it was Crystal. You repeating the cycle. You just you that's what you're looking for. That's all you know. You gonna have to break that cycle, young lady, young man. You gotta know that you deserve better. You gotta know that you can have better. So, and my mental, let's say that is a great topic for another show, but I bet most won't tell the family secret to an unsuspecting fiance. We'll see. Hey, listen, man, my wife brought it to my attention again, because we've said on numerous occasions that y'all can inbox the radio Facebook, or me personally. Y'all can inbox us on stuff y'all want to talk about. It ain't got to be all what the Lord give me and what we come up with and what Pastor Phillips and them come up with, and we just doing what we do. But we sharing, caring and sharing. We care about what y'all think. So y'all can submit those into our inbox. Ain't nobody done done it. I won't even lie on the radio. Ain't nobody done it. So we continuing to give you what the Lord given us. But if it's something that you say, hey, you know what would be a great thing for the talk, submit it and see. Wouldn't it be nice to hear your topic come through on the show? So submit it. We'll see if we can get it in. We ain't gonna do anything, but we'll get it in if it suffice, and if we can get it in, we'll get it in. We're not promising everything on air, but we'll if we can do it, we'll do it. Best I can do with that. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play one of my commercials, and then we're gonna play another commercial for y'all to understand what's going on in June, and then we're gonna give away, because our sponsor for the night on the bonus is again New Creature. How about now? How about now?
Yes, the women who worship authentically you women's conference.
Okay, let me ask you a question. The green button on the ear, what that do?
That's solo. So whatever you that like make only that one make noise.
So them shouldn't be on. All right. So you good now? Say it again. Talk to me.
I'm good.
I'm good. See, I hear you too. I hear you. All right. Okay. So who's sponsoring us tonight?
The Women Who Worship Authentically You Women's Conference.
The Women Who Worship Authentically You Women's Conference.
Yes, sir.
Hosted by Pastor Ethan and Dr. MVP Phillips in Georgia. Yes. All right. That's good stuff right there. Well, I tell you what, don't let me talk about it. Can we let Mr. Mike, since he got the voice for it and all that, can we let him tell him about it while we prepare to give away this Monday night? But this is your sponsor for the $50 bonus that we're giving away. Tune in and listen.
It's time for our Women Who Worship first annual Authentically You Women's Conference Weekend. We have some exciting dates. As a matter of fact, sit back and listen. Oh yeah. June 10th is couples night. This is a night where we need you to dress to impress and come prepared to dance in the arms of your honey while GQ the DJ sets the mood of romance. This will be a night to remember with no kids. See Minister Crystal. We only have room for 25 couples, so first come, first serve. June 11th is the roundtable discussion from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Sorry, fellas, but we're not allowed at this roundtable.
No, for real, don't play like that.
I promise you, bro, they're not playing.
Are you serious?
Yes, boy, just listen. But don't feel bad. Kids aren't either. Wondering who's on the panel? Overseer Lloyd, Prophetess Brown, and our very own Pastor MVP. Then there's a breakout for lunch from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Following lunch, they will have 3 dynamic breakout sessions for deeper discussions from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. That evening, the men and children can come join in Family Fun Night. Details will be announced soon. And on Sunday, we will have service at our usual time to close out our fantastic weekend with some very special musical guests. That's right. The Kingdom Crew Dance Troupe will be ministering also, and Overseer Lloyd will bring the message to wrap up the phenomenal first annual Women's Conference. Once again, the dates are June 10th to the 12th. It's time for our Women Who Worship first annual Authentically You Women's Conference Weekend. We have some exciting dates. As a matter of fact, sit back and listen. Oh yeah. June 10th is couples night. This is a night where we need you to dress to impress and come prepared to dance in the arms of your
Not a
honey
mistake.
while GQ the
Giving y'all
DJ
a double take
sets the
for a
mood of
reason.
romance. This will be a night to remember with no kids. See Minister Crystal. We only have room for 25 couples, so first come, first serve. June 11th is the roundtable discussion from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Sorry, fellas, but we're not allowed at this roundtable.
No, for real, don't play like that.
I promise you, bro, they're not playing.
Are you serious?
Yes, boy, just listen. But don't feel bad. Kids aren't either. Wondering who's on the panel? Overseer Lloyd, Prophetess Brown, and our very own Pastor MVP. Then there's a breakout for lunch from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Following lunch, they will have 3 dynamic breakout sessions for deeper discussions from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. That evening, the men and children can come join in Family Fun Night. Details will be announced soon. And on Sunday, we will have...
You clip. All right. Okay. So listen, this is what we doing. Gotta get. We want to give away the bonus money first. Last.
Last.
Last. All right. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Okay. So listen.
Now we gotta do the 2 names.
We're gonna pull a name. It's easy because we put. Guess what? We pull. Hey, Janae. We pulling from the 16 that we still got. See, we tricked it. We ain't pulling from the beginning. We pulling from the end. Because the last shall be first, and the first shall be last.
I'm just being frank.
So we pulling from the people that still with us. We had a lot of technical difficulties tonight, but we made it. We still got through it. So we getting ready to pull from everybody that's still with us. Those names are going into the hat right now. You know what I'm saying? So if you was there and you're gone, hey, stick around next time. You know what I'm saying? But we pulling from the bike end tonight to do our give. We pulling from the hat, and then we're going to we're doing a caller. Then we're doing a caller number 5 or 7. Caller number. We're doing 2 callers or 1.
You want to do 2 names or 2 callers?
We're gonna do 1, 2, 3. We got 3 to do outside of the bonus. So we're pulling a name. We pulling a name, and then we're gonna do caller number 5, caller number 7. Caller number 5, caller number 7, and then we giving away the $50 bonus. And you just never know what's gonna happen tonight. All right, you just never know what's gonna happen tonight. So let's you know what? Let's pull put them in the hat. Don't lay them out. Put them in the hat. Yeah, I think it's something. Put them in the hat. Can Taylor win tonight? She going to bed, so we probably good with that. She out of there. Taylor not here. Okay. Janae out there still? Tell her to pull a name out this hat. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna let my daughter pull a name.
Your dad summoning you. Oh, she gone.
You gone?
Yeah, she gone.
Oh, who that saying that?
Evangelist Lee.
Evangelist
Lee.
Evangelist Lee, come pull.
The bishop is summoning you.
Come pull a name out of this hat. Cause I seen the pull Taylor every week. So come, let's put a new hand in the hat. Pull a name out. This is Evangelist Lee pulling his name. Hand it to new creature. New creature handed to me. If it's Taylor, I'm just gonna run out this room. I'm telling you, if it's Taylor, that means we rooted. She got the place rooted up. Katrina Bentley. Okay. All right. Auntie, are you there? we gotta make sure now. Cause we not doing that, right? She still got to be on, right? Okay, Trina, you got to respond. What we doing? Getting a seconds or a song? Second. 10 or 15? 10 seconds, Katrina. You got to come on the thing and let me know you still with us. All right? We gonna have to. She there?
Yeah, she just come.
Okay. All right. All right. Trina, our first winner. We need to cash out. All right, you our first winner. We got you. We pulling another name or calls? Calls now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now we finna play the music. Y'all know the drill. We finna play the music. Y'all know the drill. We need caller number 7 right now. Caller number 7. Caller number 7 right now. Next winner.
I'm so tired of the faking. Decorated ceiling, got them eyeing in amazement. All kind of paintings we hang from the wall, trying to keep their minds off, but we hiding in the basement. We spit about the sin that we overcame. It's easy to talk about your past crimes.
Caller number 1, call back.
On the day, but last week you just said it was the last time.
Caller number 2, call back.
Hiding your fight with, cause in all of your fans' eyes you were righteous.
Caller number 3, call back.
Dog to come to the light biz.
Caller number 4, call back.
Find something on me, I give it to him. I'm about to tell the truth.
Caller number 5, call back.
About business.
Caller number 4.
Caller number 6, call back. One more. Caller number 7. Caller number 7.
Hey,
Caller number 7. Who this is?
Mary.
Mary. All right. All right, Mary.
Okay.
Once again, what's the radio station and talk show made you winner tonight?
HOLC Radio.
And what's the show?
Let's be frank.
All right, then. You all right, Mary. Y'all clap it up for Mary. All right, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being with us. God bless you. Okay, all right, so let's move right along. We got Mary. Okay, let's come back with caller number 5, right?
Yeah, 5.
Caller number 5. Let's go.
I can't breathe. The devil trying to suffocate me.
Caller number 1, call back.
But in the end, the devil not the one who said.
Caller number 2, call back.
He made a way about the storm for
Caller
me.
number 3, call back.
Told me that I'm heaven sent, so glad to be alive.
Caller number 4, call back.
He gave vision to the blind. I can see cured the man, the leprosy.
Caller number 5. Caller number 5. Who I'm talking to?
You're talking to Sasha.
Sasha, look at that. Wow. All right. Sasha's our third winner. Third winner tonight.
Yes.
Okay. What radio station and talk show made you a winner tonight?
HOLC Radio. Let's be frank, though.
You best believe it. All right, daughter. Talk to you later. God bless you. All right, so we got the callers out the way, right? This the $50 bonus?
Yeah, because we already got Miss Priscilla.
We got Priscilla? Okay, the $50 bonus tonight. $50 bonus tonight. Sponsored by... Look, Chris, you got to hit me on the right on time with that. We can't be gapped up.
I thought you was reading.
Yeah, your voice,
I
no.
thought you was reading that or something, man. Sponsored by the Women's Who Worship Authentically You Women's Conference.
And with that being said, watch this. Watch this. With that being said, the $50 bonus tonight, I need to know who are the 3 panelist speakers in that in that conference, and what's going on Friday night.
All right, call in with the answer.
Call in with the answer. Don't put it on the screen. Hello? Don't put it in on the screen. Call in. Who are the 3 speakers in this conference and what's going on Friday night? We played the commercial back to back. I told you there's a reason why I was playing it back to back. That's the reason. All right? Call in. That's somebody ready to answer?
Oh man, I pressed decline on accident. I was moving too fast.
You got to call them back.
Call them back.
Yeah.
Call them back. They call them back.
Okay, who is this? Who am I talking to?
This is Sasha again. Am I able to enter?
If you got to submit your $25. If you don't get the question right,
You lose everything.
Or the 50.
Okay, I can do my $25 right now.
Okay, you're giving up your 25, and you got the 3 speakers and what's going on Friday night?
Yes.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, so Friday night is the family night where everyone can come. And the 3 speakers are Miss LaShonda Brown, Dr. Phillips, and Lady Lloyd.
What's the
Lady
name?
Phillips.
What's the name of what's going on Friday night?
It's the family fun night. What? I'm wrong?
I think so. I think Friday night. I think so. That ain't right. That ain't right.
Let's see.
That ain't right. That ain't right.
Wow.
First
He finna play it for you.
Okay.
discussion
Listen.
from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Sorry, fellas. We only have room for 25 couples. So first come,
It's
first.
couples night.
That's Friday night.
Yeah. Friday night is couples night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Dang.
Yeah, that's crazy. I knew I had it down pat.
Wow, man. You got all the speakers right and not the Friday night. That's my
It's
daughter.
okay.
Hey, you're a great sport, Sasha. So we're not worried about it, but you just stick around. Hey, Pop got you. Yeah, all right. You did good. You did wonderful. All right, so listen. All right, okay, baby, we gonna hang up. But
Okay.
yeah. So hey, see, I mean, but we gotta get the money away because the money is here.
Right.
So we're gonna come up with something else. But this is what happens. And I said that live because personally, because my daughter tried. I'm not doing this for everybody. You know what I'm saying? The 50 is still on the table. She lost her 25 because she took the chance. So that's what happens. If you call and try to answer, once we give you the thing you already won, you do lose your money. You do that. Whatever I do for her on the side myself, if I do anything, that's on me. Y'all can't shoot me for that. You know what I'm saying? It's not the money for the radio station. That'll be me doing something if I do it. If I don't, whatever. But I'm not doing that for everybody, so don't nobody think that that's how it's going. If you try to do your thing and you lose your money's gone, and that's how it is. All right. So now, new creature, what we doing? We want to do it. And I guess I'm telling you, we stay in this vein. We're gonna find out what goes on Sunday, cause you got it right in front of you. You can play it, right? No, don't play it now. Don't play it now. What goes on Sunday in the women's conference that's taking place in June? Call in. And we're not doing numbers. Whoever get in first and can tell us what's going on Sunday, we got you. Let's see. All right, what's going on Sunday in the women's conference? Who am I talking to?
Catherine Garrett, Lady Garrett.
Lady Garrett, what's going on in the conference on Sunday, Lady Garrett?
On Sunday, our one and only overseer will be bringing the message to church, and we'll have guest singers, and our wonderful Kingdom Crew dancers will be doing a special dance for everyone.
Yeah, she a part of
She got it right. She got it right. So, Lady Garrett, what's radio station that made you one and the talk show that made you one tonight? $50 bonus sponsored by. He's still missing it. Sponsored
the
by
Women Who Worship
Thank
You Women's Conference.
Talk to me.
HOLC Radio Let's Be Frank show.
You better believe it. All right. So listen. All right. So Lady Garrett won that. Okay, but we're gonna do something else.
We $25 because of
Right.
yeah.
Right. So we're gonna do something else. We got something else to do. All right. So let's give away some more money. I want to give away some more money. This on me. Okay. But let's think I need something here. The women's conference sponsored a $50 giveaway, right? So I'm gonna take the 25 we got, and I'm gonna add 25 and give away another 50. Okay. But what do we do now? Because this can be a number. This can be this just a love giveaway right now. We finna do. This a love giveaway. So what do we do? This another.
Okay.
Another 50. And Sasha, you can get back in on this one too. So
For $50?
this is a $50 giveaway. I need something hard though now. Hey, look, we done gave away the 50 that was sponsored. That's gone. All right, Lady Garrett won that. That's gone. All right. So I'm saying now I need to know. I'm finna give away another 50. All right. So we 200 in tonight. Seem like 225 somewhere around there, but it's all good. God is blessing. All right. So I'm finna give away another 50. So what we doing though? What we doing?
I mean, I think it'd be a good question because you say it every time. They probably like overlook it in the beginning of the show.
I told you
When
that.
you come on and you tell them who it is that sponsor your hat and your shirt and stuff.
Yeah.
But that could be tough. You know,
You think
but
it's
you
tough?
say it all the time. So
Right.
I think for $50 it's a good question, But then it's up to you, man. That's just what came off the top of my head.
All right. So now this is a 3-part question. You got to get all 3 right. Okay? No exceptions. 2 does not. Close don't get the cigar tonight. You got to get all 3 right. This is for another $50. But I ain't even asked a question yet. Somebody called. All right. So listen. You gotta. All right now. Listen. You gotta get all 3 right. Okay. If we take your call right now, and you don't even know the questions, you're gonna be out of it. You disqualified. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Okay. What's your name? Where you calling from?
They hung up.
All right. Yeah, because you're going to be disqualified because we ain't even asked the question yet. Okay. So, I was reading what Sasha said. She played the with the kids. Play with the kids.
Somebody calling right now.
Hello, who am I speaking with? Hi, who am I speaking with?
It's Pastor Phillips.
Pastor Phillips. Okay, what's going on, man?
Hey, now listen, I got to straighten something out. Hey, I don't want to win your money, okay?
Right.
But if Sasha don't win, I'm sending her 25 back.
Okay. All right. So Sasha, you already covered.
Yep.
That's
right. I got it. I'm sending it to you now, Bishop.
Okay. All right. So hey, see that, Sasha? I'm telling you, God is good. You already covered.
Yes, sir.
You already covered. And I'm in good company. That's how my brother always do it. We won't let you be slacking. So you already covered.
Sir. No, sir.
All right, man.
Okay.
Well, bless God, Pastor. All right, thank you, man. Thank you.
Don't do that.
Yes, sir. You see that? That's why it's good to be around great people, man. You know what I'm saying? He felt me, and he felt you, Sasha. So we got you. You covered. All right? So, and that's all. That's what we doing. We trying to be a blessing. We ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? And you were so close. You was good. Trust me. So we got you. You covered. All right? So now, 3 questions, and here's 50 more. 3 questions. And is it going to be a caller, you said? Yeah. A caller, right? 3 questions. Caller, you got to call in. Here's the questions. I always tell y'all who sponsor my food. Who is this? Who is this? Call away. What's your name?
Deacon Hayes.
All right. What's the answer to the questions?
Well, I didn't even hear the question. I was off.
That's what I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? we got to be able to ask them. So think you got to sit this one out because the rules was you got to wait for the questions before you call. Now Verdell can call back, but you out of this one, Doc.
I'm good.
You gotta wait.
I just like to be on the radio with you.
I like for you to be on here with me. I like for you to be on here with me too, man. But we getting ready to ask 3 questions, and we want to get the answer to it. We're gonna bless somebody. So if Sister A know it, let her call back. All right.
All right.
Okay, Doc. And congratulations on your elevation, man. It was a pleasure being there and witnessing that.
Thank you. Amen.
And my mistake tonight, and Deke's so humble that when I say Deke, he don't even correct me. Some people will correct me and say, excuse me, you said Deke and I'm an elder now. No, Elder Thurman Hayes, y'all. No disrespect, no pun intended, because he been doing the work of an elder all along. So you know what I mean. But it just grew on us that he stayed in that position so long that it grew on us to say, D. Hey, but this is Elder Thurman Hayes. God bless you, man. Birdie can call back. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Okay, Elder, take it easy. All right. So listen. Here's the 3 questions. Okay. Every time I come on, I tell y'all who sponsored my food. I tell y'all who bought my cup, and I tell y'all who what was the other one?
Basically, who come up with who designed your shirt and hats.
Okay, that'll be 4 questions then.
Oh, well.
It'll be 4. The 4 could be good. I tell y'all who bought my cup, who sponsored and created the hat and shirt thing for me, and then I tell y'all who bought the spinning thing here that spins my cup. Right? All right? So that's 4 things.
That's hard, though.
That's 4 things. I've told y'all who bought this cup, who sponsored the cup, the Let's Be Frank show cup with my sister Glenda, my family, my kids, and everybody on it. I tell y'all who bought the spinning thing here that spins my cup during the show, and I also talk about who created the idea for the hat and the shirt. All right, so those are the 4 questions. Let's go. I got somebody on the phone? All right. Okay, who this?
Those are the 4 questions.
Hello?
Yeah, who this?
Ledger!
What's going on, Minister Ledger?
How y'all doing?
All right, you got at least one answer right, I know. So, but
Clearly, right?
Yeah. All right, so what's the answers to these questions? Who bought my cup? Who gave the idea and sponsored the hat and shirt? And who bought my spinning device for my cup? And who sponsors my food?
The cup, the hat and shirt design and idea, all that was by your childhood lifelong friend, Mr. Hankerson.
Okay.
I bought the spinning thing, and J. Lee's Eatery sponsors the food.
Wow. She's absolutely right, y'all. She's absolutely right. You know what, the old new creature? I can't deny her, but I'm probably trying to give away some more money. Because she won the bonus last week.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Wow.
She won the bonus last
I
week.
can forfeit. I just want to be on the show. I love y'all.
You're not forfeiting. You won. That was hard. That wasn't easy.
Why, you don't want Pastor E to send me some money on the side like Pastor?
Okay. And you hear that, Pastor Phillip? Yeah, we forfeiting Legend. So she say, you ain't gonna let Pastor Phillip send me some money? Oh, like he did Sasha. All right, Pastor Phillip, you see what? All right, they shooting now. You see what you done started?
Right. No, I'm joking. I'm
Okay.
joking. I love y'all.
No, we got you. Yeah, we love you too. And that
Good to
was
see you doing well.
that's right. That was hard. And you made that happen. No, he
All
don't
right.
want me with Legend. I don't know what she talking about. Say it again,
Hey,
Legend.
look.
Hey, which radio station made you a bonus winner again at talk show?
As always, every Monday night, I'm tuned in, locked and loaded on the Let's Be Frank show via HLC Radio. I love my Bishop Frank Aaron Lloyd II and the engineer. I'm the godmother of all of his children.
Yes,
That's my
ma'am.
BB. I love
Yes,
y'all.
ma'am. Love
And
you
I
too.
approve this
I'm
message.
just being Frank.
All right, listen, we done that. All right, okay, so Minister Legend won that. But guess what? I'm telling you, it's just good to be here right now, people. It's just good to be here right now. The blessings are here. The rewards are here. We done gave away $300, and we still finna try to give away some more. It's just good to be here tonight. So stop playing. Stop acting like y'all ain't dealing with good people and the right people. This is this Georgia Florida Connect, and it's getting larger and charged. I'm telling you, listen. If you ain't down with Closer Look and HOLC, man, you missing the mark. Nobody doing it like us. Everything I miss, Pastor Phillips got, and everything Pastor Phillips got, we got. You stop it. This is what we do. Give y'all a little something so y'all can understand that you in a good place at a good time. Just a little few bars or something.
Stay close to him. Don't move. Against the grain, boy, you got to see it through.
Stay close to us. This is what we do. We save for real. We love the Lord, y'all, all the way from Georgia to FLA. We don't play. This is what we do. We got family.
So I just try to stay afloat.
How you figure we ain't gonna give it away? Give and it shall be given unto you. The it that you give, good measure, pressed down, shaking together, running over. Listen to him.
And she thought Satan wasn't lying, huh? Give your soul to Satan, he gon' stop your soul from frying, huh? Trying to take it back and he gon' kill you. Crying, I was flowing with the wind.
We finna give away some more money, honey.
Fake with my friends, the blood of Jesus made me real.
And this for y'all that's bleeding the block.
Me with a seal. Now food for my spirit is my favorite.
If you left early, girlie, you missed it.
Don't move against the grain, boy, you got to see it through.
Woo!
Slow motion.
Minister Garrett, we love you.
Against the grain, but you got to see it through.
He had Sister Garrett tune in tonight and she got a bam through a 50 right quick. Tell me what God won't do.
Catch the groove against the grain, but you got
Calvin Thomas, you still got a chance.
like some lime chips and queso. Jesus knew your life.
Right now you just need to dance in the Lord.
Spirit tell you move, you better go like Diego. The people with the truth, that's the Bible, not a Drake.
Hey, watch this.
Homie, things ain't what they used to be. Yeah, they read the word, but it's not told.
Cause you qualified on this one.
Unusual. Usually, if God give you a chance to change, He's the opportunity. He's the hope for the people.
Crystal
the
Mills.
The hope for the Gentiles.
Let's go.
The hope for the immigrants. Jesus came to separate.
It's the ministers for me, y'all.
He caused the separation of the wise from the ignorant. Stay close to him. Don't move.
Priscilla, I see you.
You got to see it through. Slow motion. Catch the groove.
This will call see it through. You got to stay, man. You got patience is a virtue. We had a little late start, but we here now. We here now. We here now. We here. All right. Let's give away some more money, twin. Tell me what you want to do, man, because I be done gave away everything in my pocket. What we doing now? I want to split this so I can bless two people. Can I take this 50 and split it 25, somebody? All right, let's do that. What we doing, though? You call it. What you want to do? Oh, wait a minute. Trina said she getting hers back. Look at the Lord. Look at the Lord. Listen, this next 50 is sponsored. Did she win 50 or 25?
25.
She won 25. But I think I took her 25 and put it with something, didn't I?
Oh yeah, you did.
Okay, so that 50 that you just won, Minister Legend, that was via me and Katrina Bentley. Let's clap it up. We just gave you that. Cause that was her winning. She sold it back into the ministry. I'm telling you, I know good people. You know what I'm saying? That's my North Carolina collect. Carolina's in the house, y'all. Stop playing. Stop playing. Carolina's in the house. So that was complimentary of me and Katrina that blessed Minister Legend in this weather. Y'all stop playing. God is good. This is what we do. See, we're benefits of our giving, so it don't bother us to give. We know what it is. Can't beat God giving. All right, so then let's do this. What we doing? We that's 2 people. We gonna bless 2 people. Yeah, we gonna bless 2 people. And you writing these names down, right? Who winning? Okay.
Getting all their cash out.
Okay.
I guess you can say, I guess you can ask them. I don't know, I'm not good.
It's hard to give away the money, ain't it?
Yeah, unless you, I mean, it's always easy to go to the number.
A number? Let's do a number. We ain't done a number in a long time. Yeah, 1 through 100. 1 through 100. Put it on the screen. Put it on the screen. 1 through 100. Give me the number quick, cause they gonna start. Give me the number quick. 1 through 100. I'm gonna come back to that same one. See it through.
Stay close to him. Don't move. Against the grain, boy, you got to see it through.
Hey!
Slow motion.
Slow motion. God is good and he's worthy to be praised. Ain't nobody mad but that old no good stinking devil. You rascal, you.
People downplay God and they see prayer as a joke. Caressing all they demons and they
It's the number game.
People don't believe in God and they think hell ain't got no fire, huh? Eve done ate the fruit and she thought Satan wasn't lying, huh? Give your soul to Satan, he gon' stop your soul from frying, huh?
We got the number. You just got to get it. Somebody so close. Lord have mercy.
Fake with my friends, the blood of Jesus made me real. Shed grace for my sin, then he marked me with
Lord have mercy.
Now food for my spirit is my favorite type of meal. Stay close.
Nobody yet.
Don't move.
You got the whole song.
Boy, you got to see it through. Slow motion, catch the groove. Against the grain, but you got to see it through.
Gonna have to see this one through.
Don't move. Against the grain, boy, you got to see it through.
See it through.
Slow motion, catch the groove. Against the grain, but you got to see it through. Yeah. Living water, take a dip like some lime chips and queso. Jesus knew your life before he formed you like some Play. The Holy Spirit tell you move, you better go like the angel. The people with the truth, that's the Bible.
Close for no cigars, y'all.
Church, homie, things ain't what they used to be. Yeah, they read the word, but it's not told truth.
It's on the high end, friends. I'll give you that.
Usually, if God
I'm trying to put you there.
Opportunities, the hope for the people, the hope for the innocent, the hope for the Gentiles, the hope for the immigrants.
Hey!
Jesus came to separate the careless from the vigilant. He caused the separation of the wise from the ignorant. Stay close to him. Don't move against the grain.
Don't move.
Slow motion. Catch the groove.
Woo! They close, twin. You see it? Lord have mercy. It was 83. Gina Collins had 84.
Taylor had 82.
82. Minister Garrett had 86. You know what I'm saying? Y'all danced all around that thing. Thurman Hayes had 86. And I'm telling you now, do not inbox me, because now that I done said 83, don't tell me you had it. If you put it up there now, too late. It's gone. All right, we need another one. Crystal Black had 81. So it was so close. Everybody was so close, but unfortunately, somebody calling already. I ain't looking at checking out nothing. I ain't looking at nothing. That's gone. I'll talk to whoever later on. All right. So let's do this one right here, and we're gonna do 101 to 101 to 200.
Yeah.
101 to 200. Let's go.
How we move forward with a hole in the soul. Tell me I wanna know. Tell me what I wanna know.
101 to 200.
So close to being false. Was it
Pass it.
heartless or was it cold? What was the state of your heart? Let me know. These the same questions I asked in the hole. When in the hole, existence is painful, I know, but the Lord help me get through the thoughts.
101 to 200.
I thought I was lost, feeling so cold. Made my emotions so frost, but like he said, he found you when you lost. I was lost, now I'm found. My refuge, he turned it around. When the pain make you silent with no sound, the Savior still in the seat in the line. He still cares. He's still there.
101 to 200. Let's go. Don't let us leave with this money, honey.
My brother. Be strong, my
It ain't gonna be funny, but we gotta go. Ain't no more after this song. That's it. Hey! Stop the press, stop the press, stop the press. Ebony! Yes, sir. She won, y'all, with 132. Don't put it up now. That's what we see. That's what we got. That's what it is. 132. Ebony! All right. Hey, I think that's it, man. That's it. Listen, it's been a plum-pleasing pleasure dealing with y'all tonight. Georgia, y'all know I love y'all. Words can't even explain Carolina, because it's you, Trina. My heart is there. My heart is in North Carolina, because it's you, Tampa, you'll never be the same. You got my sibling, my biological big sister, Tanya, on your stomping ground. I love you, Tampa. I love you madly, Jam, for you gladly and day of the week. Germany, you holding down little Frank. That's my son. That's my firstborn. How you like that? All y'all, man, no matter where you listening from, where you at, it don't even matter. We got a whole lot of love for you. Y'all are some good people, man. You're the faithful few, and watch what God gonna do. We got big things in store for our history, for our future. It's gonna be pure pandemonium. He's already working it out. That's why we're able to be a blessing like we're being a blessing, because we can't beat God-given. We understand the cycle. We understand the system. The Lord say blessed. It's blessed, more blessed to give than to receive. And the more we give, look like the more we receiving. So don't sweat it. Listen, when we bless you, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. We love y'all. Stay saved. Stay saved. No matter what, stay saved. Don't let nobody put no dimper on you because you have fun and you done accepted Christ as your Lord and Savior. Learn how to move. Move accordingly. Have fun. He gave you life and gave it to you more abundantly. Don't let nobody put your fire out because they think that you should be a certain type of way. Sanctification is setting you aside from all the trouble and trauma and stuff that you was in and putting you into this new dispensation that you're now currently walking in. Trouble don't last always. Trials are commonplace. Everybody go through something, but live and live accordingly. God gave you all of this, everything that you see. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. So please, understand the Bible. Understand your salvation. Understand whom the Son set free is free indeed. If your conscience don't condemn you, neither will he. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. So you ain't got to play with it. Walk accordingly and watch God how he do you. Thank y'all for blessing the show tonight. Man, I love all y'all. I want y'all to enjoy your day tomorrow that's coming in a few minutes. So let me let you go. Let me let you get out of here and you enjoy yourself. Hey, love all y'all. God bless you.
Look, he gave me the energy because the enemy had me so lazy. The moment that I hear a beat drop is like the Holy Spirit.
See, when new creatures do that, I be wanting to stay, but I got to go, y'all. Love y'all. Hey, Priscilla. We getting ready to get out of here.
Focused on what didn't matter, yet he was still with me the whole time. Untied every
Collins, see you Sunday, honey.
So rise, no more lies, ain't no more cries. Now
he
that
said
I'm
one
alive,
more hour. I know, man. I feel you right there.
I had made the same mistakes about 40 times,
Legend. Crystal Mills, Minister Crystal!
So I don't even know what I'm worried about. The enemy try to discourage my mouth. The spirit within me keeps blurting it out. And I know
say what kind of bishop he is. The kind that love the Lord. The kind that God got his hand on. The blood of Jesus ain't nothing you can do. Hey, don't make me get quickened in the spirit in here.
You've been patient with me. You've been true to me.
Taylor.
Because all this is new to me. Help me get over the
You already know. Stop playing.
And I finally listened, and the Lord is a witness.
This was called forgiving. If I done anything to hurt any of y'all, forgive me. I love you. I'm gone.
He heard all my prayers, because I am forgiven. I stopped following all of the trends. Then he started replacing my friends. Now I don't even remember my sins, because I am forgiven. That's why it's so easy for me to be open. I gotta put them on notice, cause I don't even think they notice that I am. Every time I feel like I come up with a plan, the devil be plotting his motive too. Discussing with God on my weaknesses, but I just hate that the enemy know them too. I am not like all these other artists who be selling their music with no truth. Not just telling you about what I came from, but I be telling you about what I'm going through. I've been reading my Bible for clarity, I just been seeking some answers, I'm searching. Watching my parents divorce after 20 years, you can't tell me the devil not working, man, that really hurt me. I am affected by these generational curses. I guess that's a regular thing, but I'm not a regular person. No, I'm not perfect, but I'ma change the industry, I'm about to set it on fire. Sending me in like I'm Jeremiah. Sending me in, but I'm not the Messiah. Sending me in like I'm Moses. They trying to play with God like we don't know this. Isn't it obvious everyone knows it? But if they don't, then I'm here to expose it. All of these lyrics he put on my brain. Glory to God, he been going insane. All of the snakes that be trying to remain just want to distract me with money and fame. I used to get tempted, but now I refrain. I have now broken through all of the chains. Ain't no one else in my lane. I'ma have everyone saying the name, Jesus. And I finally listened, and the Lord is a witness. So let me get out of my feelings, cause now I'm forgiven. And he broke down all the layers. Now I'm elevating up the stairs. I know that he heard all my prayers, cause I am forgiven. I stopped following all of the trends. Then he started replacing my friends. Now I don't even remember my sins, cause I am forgiven. That's why it's so easy for me to be open. I gotta put them on notice, cause I don't even think they notice that I am forgiven.